So in my quest of going through some old things, because I thought it'd be so much fun to do some stuff from the past as well as new stuff, I came across a layout that one of my downline created, probably in 2005 maybe, and it's using our custom cutting system. And if anyone remembers back in the 80s, the Care Bears, how great they were. So I thought it'd be a bit of fun to recreate a Care Bear. So I will scan Chandel's instructions for this. But we're going to go ahead and create our bear now. And the papers I am using, I've decided to do the rainbow bear. So I will be using some rose colour shimmer for the main body, some white shimmer, a little bit of red for the hearts, and for the centre I thought I'd use this great rainbow print that comes out of the Lullaby Girls. It's got green on one side and it's got these great rainbows, so I'll get my rainbow out of that, as well as some black cardstock for the eyes. For the rest of the layout, I thought I would use this gorgeous heart paper, and it's green on the other side, and I love both sides, for the background. I think this will be the main body. It's got a checkered style pattern, but it's quite muted and good for showing things up. And little bits and pieces of this one, which I think is so pretty, and it ties all the greens and pinks together. They are all out of the Lullaby Girl pack as well. So let's get started. Now we're going to make our Care Bear layout, and I've already gone ahead and I've chosen this lovely green piece out of the Lullaby Girl pack as a backing, and then this one here, also out of the Lullaby Girl pack, I've taken and I've cut an inch off one side, turned it 90 degrees, and cut an inch off the second side. So you end up with a ½ inch border. Let me just lift that and move that. I've stuck it down already and not quite where it should be. You end up with this lovely ½ inch border the whole way round, and it just sort of frames your layout quite nicely. So let's stick that back down. Thank goodness for repositionable tape. So then I've gone ahead and I have used the border maker. I'm still not happy with that. Terrible thing being a perfectionist. I've used the border maker cartridge, the brand new PJ Jammies, to punch out this lovely border. I hope you can see that, out of white shimmer. And I also wanted to add a bit of pen work so it'd pop a little bit more, give it a little bit more detail. And then I have pre-cut a 1-inch strip out of this lovely floral green and pink white floral, which will tie in beautifully with the colour scheme I'm using. So you want to pop that down. I've already added adhesive to it, just down the bottom of the page. Now when you cut away the 1 inch from one side and then turn the other side, you'll get an 11-inch strip from the second side, which is this piece here. So that was one that I cut away from the bottom, as you can see. But I'm going to use this side because I think that's really pretty and it'll tie in nicely. So let's pop that down. Make sure if it's got words like this has, make sure it's the right way up. I have done that so many times. And then we're going to adhere this to the top. Bit of repositionable tape runner, my favourite adhesive. And line it up. And you can see how that now just makes that pop a little bit more. You can see that quite clearly. So let's go on to making our bear. Now we're going to create our Care Bear, and I'm doing, as I said previously, I'm doing the rainbow Care Bear. So all of the instructions use custom cutting systems, circles and ovals, and who would have believed all those years ago that they'd still be such a relevant tool today. So they're described in the instructions as small, medium, large, and then small, medium, large, and extra large. And all of the cuts are done on the inside. Nothing is done on the outside. So let's start with our main body. And I'm going to look at the instructions because I don't exactly remember the sizes. So we need our medium circle. So it'll be the inside and red blade to cut our stomach. Okay, that's the stomach. And then we'll need the white with the blue blade. Now I think I'm going to change this out and use the green blade because I want to ink around the edges of my my pieces. So sorry. So then we would use the blue blade for our rainbow piece. I'll just grab that piece. Okay, so we're going to do inside and blue blade, and that will layer the stomach pieces. Nice and easy, and I've got quite a few rainbows on there, so that'll work really well. And that's basically our stomach section. Next we're going to do the head, and we'll take the large oval, so that will be that one, and back with the pink, and the green blade, and that will give us our head. Now we're going to go ahead and punch our ears out, and the instructions say for the outer ears to punch 3/4 of an inch or cut 3/4 of an inch circles. I would do it the 1 inch. I've tried it with the 3/4 and it doesn't really quite work so well. So if we use the 1 inch circles for the outer ears, and then the 3/4 of an inch circle for the inner ears, I feel like it'll work a whole lot better. Oop. Okay. So they're going to become our little bear's outer ears. So you're kind of seeing this come together, I hope. Okay, our next step is going to be do the nose. So using some white, the very small oval on the inside, and the green blade that will give you the basis of his nose. And his face is, or her face, is starting to come together. Now for the eyes, I use, if you've bought the piece by piece punches, I found that this is perfect for this bear. So, where's that small piece of black cardstock I had? So we just need to punch out two. If you line it up properly, you don't even have to punch the whole thing. 2 eyes. And if you put it in from a corner, you could get the whole thing just from a corner by using the corner of your cardstock without getting those yucky little leftover bits. So that will become our cute little bear's eyes. Now it doesn't matter which Care Bear you choose to do, and I have put up all the instructions for all of them. Or you may want to go ahead like I did and create one that Chandel hadn't done. But they, you know, it's really, most of them are the same except for the tummy section is usually slightly different. So now we've got that and we've got that. Now we're on to our feet. We want 2 1-inch circles for the feet. Once again, if you have a punch to do it, very easy. Yep. Come on out. And then we are just on to our arms and our finishing pieces. And then we're ready to ink and do pen work. So for the arms, Chandel suggested cutting the arms by hand. But what I found was you can actually, you'll still need scissors and to do a bit of hand cutting. But if you use the large oval on the inside, it'll give you a base with the red blade. So I use that, cut it in 2 lengthways, which you will see, and then hand fashioned out so my little arms. So they don't have to be accurate. Fold that in half so you can see. Nothing is perfect about it. And that gives you the basis. So then if you layer them over the top of each other, cut one end like that, you can already see it's starting to come into the shape of the arms, and you've already got that rounded edge. So then it's just a matter of giving it a bit more shape to the size you need, a bit more of an arm shape. Those little bits. And you can see you kind of have the arm shapes. Might actually cut those a little bit smaller. I feel like she has fat arms. So a bit more shaping. And if you do it from the edge, that is not already done by the custom cutting system, it will keep it all the same. There we go. So there's one of her little arms. Flip the other one over and we've got the other one. Slide that underneath. And you can see this is all coming together. So last of all, she needs all of her little hearts in place, and once again this piece by piece has the perfect heart for that. So you will need to punch out 5 of them. 5 hearts. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I feel like those little funny bits, I actually will attempt to make some eyebrows out of those in the black though. I think they're a good shape for that, so we'll have a look at that a little bit later on. But then you can see her feet. Her hands, her paws. Put those upside down. And the top of her nose. Okay, you can see that was pretty simple to do. And like I say, I might attempt to punch out a couple, get them in the right spot. A couple of these little bits and see how they work for her eyebrows. See if they look creepy or not. I think we'll have a final look at that when it's all adhered and see if it's not creepy. It's kind of cute actually, so we'll see how that goes. Okay, now I am going to go ahead and ink all the edges of everything, and also I think I might put some pen work around the side so it looks like it's a little stitched bear, and then we will come back to you and put it all together. Okay, so I've ended up completing 2 of them. So this one is the one that I cut out and inked the edges and did the stitch work around it. But then instead of using the rainbow paper in the embellishment pack, they have exactly the same size circle, and there's a whole lot of different ones. There's a sun and there's a cloud and so forth. So I just decided to use that for the stomach as well. But for the second example, for those of you who don't like to use ink or do pen work, that's what the second one looks like. So you can make your choice whether you want to add the extra detail like I have, or you wish to just, you know, keep it nice and plain and simple. But they're fairly easy to make. So, and you can see his eyes and eyebrows and eyes are a little higher than that one, but you know, totally your choice which way to go, and that's what makes each one of them individual. So now I've finished the Care Bear, and like I said, I think I will use the one that I added the ink and the extra pen work to. I think the lovely little Care Bear is going to go down to the corner. Now I'm using 2 photos from my youngest daughter's first birthday, because back when I first started Creative Memories, my very first Creative Memories class, I did her first birthday. So that was my very first. And of course it wasn't even a strip and triangle class. It was just 2 large triangles, and I thought it was so amazing. So I thought it'd be great to do her, you know, pay homage to her birthday and give her a more updated page, which I'm sure she'll love. So I've gone ahead using this lovely paper and cut, because they're 6x4 photos, and I think I'm going to place them about here. And we may just place, let's see, we might do that side there, and flip the paper and put the opposite side and mount that on those photos like that. We'll pop those down shortly. But I've also picked out out of the Lullaby embellishment pack, I picked a really gorgeous title that said, "You Are More Than We Ever Expected," and I've gone ahead and pre-cut a mount for that to go on. Now I could use either side, but I think I'm going to use that green and pink because it pops a little bit. And the measurements for that, if you use this title, are 3 1/4 inch by 3 1/4 inch, and that will be going right there. Now I wanted to pop something down in the corner here, and remember how I said earlier when we made the Care Bear that there's these in the embellishment packs, and they're numbers on one side and a picture on the other. And this one, I think, had an 8 on the back. This one has a 1. Because it's her first birthday, I wanted to do that, but it on its own, I felt like it needed something else. So using the medium circle, I have already gone ahead and cut one with the red blade in the pink, and then one with the green blade in that beautiful floral green and pink floral print there. So we're going to adhere those together, and I'll show you how it all goes together. Stick it all together and then come back to you. And then last of all, using this gorgeous rainbow, because it is the Rainbow Care Bear, I cut using the small circle and red blade. I've inked the edge, gone ahead and inked the edges. And then in the Variety Matte Pack, there's a really lovely journal box that you can use your custom cutting system. And I think it was the largest one with the blue blade that I used. Here we go, let's have a look. You'll be able to see. You might just have to measure it up. It might have been the green blade. Use your clear sheet to have a look. I could, give me a second, I'll grab that for you. Okay, we are back. So it is definitely the largest circle inside red blade, as you can see. So, you know, make sure you line it up properly. I inked the edges because I actually, I was a little bit overcast when I did this, and it missed the edge. So I've just inked the edges. But that will still look fantastic on the layout. So that is going to go right there with some details about her birthday. So I will go ahead and adhere all that down and come back to you and show you the final layout. So now I have finished adhering everything down, I just wanted to add that I think it's really funny that I'd chosen one of those cameras back all those 22 years ago that had the little predetermined things on the bottom, and that was just before I'd ever started scrapbooking, so I think that's quite hilarious. But the Care Bears are really cute, and I'm pretty sure you'll be able to get a lot of use out of them. Thank you.